put these SpongeBob DVDs away before this girl comes over, and he goes, if she ain't down with the bob, she ain't throbbing the knob.
Wow.
It was so funny.
How old was your brother when he said
this?
That
Was just a few months
ago.
Jeez. And
That's...
my brother is 27. Hold on.
Wow, that sounds like something some 15-year-old kid would say. But
no, this is just how he talks.
That's kind of
and
awesome.
to his mom.
Hey, you gotta love the honesty, though.
Yeah, in our family, we're very honest.
Mine, too.
Yeah.
We're an extremely honest and open family. We'll curse you smooth the fuck out.
Yeah. It's like, look, you being a bitch.
Right.
We're gonna call you a bitch.
Hey, cut that shit the fuck out. Like,
yeah.
A lot of that goes on. But, yeah, so, what got you out of Tyler, Texas? Besides it being Tyler, Texas.
Exactly. And two, it's not a bad place to grow up. It really is. There's a lot of good people. I joke about it being a cult and things like that and whatever. But it just, as someone who was creative and always knew they wanted to get out of there and never really fit in there, I went to college initially I went to the University of North Texas where RoboCop, Peter Weller went, and Sandman, Thomas Hayden Church.
Nice.
Humble brag there, guys. Lots of other famous people like Mean Joe Green, Don Henley from the Eagles, Nora Jones, but I digress. I went to a good school, and I went there initially to be a music video director. That's what I wanted to do. But then I didn't really like film school, and I wound up just getting a psychology degree and not enjoying film school and realizing that even though I'm out of Tyler, everyone's still a fucking idiot here.
Right.
Was kind of like, and this is nothing against the school. I love the school, and there was good professors, there were bad. Like it's never about the thing. It's about you, and I just didn't. I wanted to still be in a creative field, but I enjoyed psychology. But I kind of got discouraged by, sort of realizing that not just Tyler sucks.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, so I moved to Dallas and went to grad school because I was going to go to law school at SMU and be a lawyer. But Mark Cuban's brother, of all people, Brian Cuban, who was a lawyer, talked me out of going to law school. He's like, you'll just be in debt forever. There's not a lot of jobs. There's just giving me the real skinny on what being a lawyer. And he's like, if there's anything else you want to do. And I'm like, well, I guess I could go to grad school and kind of see, because I didn't want to be paying those student loans back. I mean, I'm still not paying those back. So I'm like, okay, I'm in grad school and I'm doing sports psychology because I had done forensics and I liked studying serial killers and stuff, but realizing that wasn't much of a career trajectory anyway.
Right.
I'm doing sports because I like hockey. I was studying concussions all the way back in 2009, guys. Like
before people even admitted concussions were a problem.
Exactly, before like that. So that's interesting that became a much bigger thing in 2010. Longer. And it was like, okay, so I'm there and I'm trying to get a job because I've got a bachelor's degree, and I'm going into all these job interviews and realizing I'm the only white person there. Since this was at a time where I think a lot of these things were enacted and they were just like, looking for certain things, sadly, and that weren't in my favor with this name. And so I'm like, this is kind of funny. And it sucks because I'm not getting a good job. But the only job, I'd done these glamour shots because I had like a Groupon or something.
Right.
And so I applied for this job, like promo model. And it was like, basically, it turns out to be like a shot girl type thing.
Yeah.
But this job pays so damn well, $25 an hour, so easy. And my boss is chill as hell because she was like, I just want to make sure you look like your picture. And I was like, why? Because I got a black name. And then she's like, no, we really have to do this to everybody because people want these jobs. And we got to make sure you actually look good. Like, right. Because that's part of the job. And
being a shot girl, you have to be, like, it sounds shallow as fuck, but you got to be attractive to do it,
Yeah. And that was sort of the thing. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then, so I get to, she's like, you're actually a hard worker. And like some of these girls, so she would book me more than anybody else. And she was cool. And we got to know each other. And she was this horror movie actress. And I didn't know there's this big horror movie industry in Dallas or things like that. And then, so she's like, did you ever want to be an actor? I said, no, I always just want to be a comedian. Yeah. I grew up watching, like, Dennis Leary, like, Adam Carolla. Like, I would want to do only in comedy. She goes, well, to be honest, there's not a lot of comedy here, but why don't you go do some open mics? I'm like, open mics? Like, and so I started going to, like, comedy clubs there and doing this, and I'm like, I was getting some confidence built up because, like, this promo model job, I'm like, I'm a model. And I put Paige on Model Mayhem, start booking, like, Justin's Boots ads.
Go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all. Somebody fucking called me, and I told y'all I hate phone calls.
I know. Like, and most of them now are, like, bill collectors or telemarketers. It's always, I mean, I have to put my phone in, like, airplane mode sometimes just because I don't want to deal with it.
Right.
And I'm block. But yeah, so then I was like, you know, good confidence got built up dating this hockey player and being a quote unquote model and doing comedy. And I'm like, the thing with him wasn't working out. And I'm like, why don't I just move to LA and really pursue this? Because it was long and hard. And the strange thing is like, it was like right when Corey Monteith died, like for Glee. And I'm like, he's only a few years older than me. And I'm like, shit, look, this dude's way talented.
Yeah.
He's dead. What if that's me in a few years?
Right.
Because I've had drug problems in the past, and it's one of those things that I would hate for this to be it for me. So it was like, you know what? It's now or never. It's like, you know, it's so weird because I was not even a big Glee fan. I thought he was cute, but it's like, it was just one of those things that it was sort of like a wake-up call of like, you know, that could be you, and you're not Corey Monteith. You're not up there doing shit. Like,
right.
You could be doing this, so...
Do it.
Yeah. I just was like, fuck it, and moved here all by myself.
Nice. I moved here from Arizona, like, with 2 weeks notice and stuff. I'm like, you know, I'm just going to move to LA. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I'll just go.
Yeah, see, mine, I'm too anal. Like, I have a dog and a cat, and I've had them since they were babies. So, they're old as shit.
I am so impulsive that sometimes to my detriment, but, like, a lot of things that you said was kind of like me. Like, I went to college. Yeah. I went to Arizona State, which, you know.
Have you seen Ted 2?
I have.
I love that.
I have seen Ted 2. And I understand all of the criticism ASU gets. If you work at Starbucks, you can get a free ASU education.
Yeah, my friend Jacqueline went there too. And it's hard not to laugh.
But yeah, so I went to Arizona State, got my degree, got my master's degree there as well, and you know, wasn't no jobs available and stuff. And, and then
that was me. It's like
had
a job.
Had I known that the job situation and the economy would be so bullshit by the time I made it out of college, probably would have picked a different major.
Oh, I would have stayed in college longer. I graduated early because I was like, I want to be an adult. I want to get a job.
So like when I got out of college, I'm like, well, shit, ain't shit going. And I had already started doing stand up during undergrad. So like, I'm like, all right, I'm good at this shit. I'm funny. I'm getting booked and stuff. I'm traveling, I'm making a little bit of money. Nothing to write home about or anything like that. But you know, let me just get the fuck up out of here because nothing's working. Then I got my PhD.
Oh, wow, you have a PhD. I didn't want you to go back.
Don't congratulate me on that because, you know, you still ain't no jobs available.
You know? Well, it's cool to me, though. It's like, it just coming from a pure educational standpoint. I mean, because I make fun of professors all the time.
Right.
Because you ever want to see educated idiots, that's professors.
Too.
But I think people who are in a different field that have PhD, it's like, you know, that takes discipline.
Right. And then, like, what I got my PhD in, like, I got it in human sexual behavior, which is fucking fascinating.
It's better than a master's in sports psychology. People go, what the fuck is that?
Okay, you got it.
Yeah, I was like,
you got it. All right. But yeah, like, I got that, and it's like, people, now when I tell people that, I'm very selective on who I tell that to. Because people come up, well, what's it mean when... I'm like, dude, I'm not that kind of fucking doctor, dude. Like, I can tell you why you're weird like that, but I don't want to see your source. You know?
I think I still have a copy of my brother's human sexuality paper that he did on my computer for some reason.
Oh,
that was
wow.
Where his experiment was because he liked stuff up his butt.
Right, yeah.
You know, he bought himself...
Check out the first part of the conversation for that. Please check out the first part of the conversation for that.
He was like, you know what? He bought himself a dildo and stuck it up his ass. And he was like, you know, he goes, I wish I would have gone for length instead of girth. That's what he learned. And then they're like, we really meant go to a gay bar or something.
Right.
And then like in his paper.
Like, and the thing is, when you're studying stuff like human sexual behavior and stuff, get a new computer when you're done. Because
don't Pete Townsend it.
No, don't. Just get rid of that fucking computer afterwards because it's like
that shit.
I couldn't type shit in without like, and I don't mean get rid of it physically, get rid of it. Just put it away somewhere and never fucking open it again. Like, I have my old computer I use for college and stuff. It's going to be sitting right there with me to the day I will be buried with that shit, because I don't want anybody to look at the shit that I had to search for just so I could fucking get a goddamn degree.
You ever watch that listen to it on ACS whenever they're like, the shit that they Google search this week? It's like, it's like, look that up, and they're like, God.
When you have to Google sexual dysfunctions and just deviant behaviors and shit, you become a real dark person sometimes.
Well, yeah, my little brother, when he was in high school, as he calls it, he went through his Crowley phase. So he got really into Aleister Crowley.
Oh, wow.
But me, I used to just go to Barnes & Noble, and this was still in Tyler. He went to high school in Garland because he dropped out there too. But yeah, I would just read the sexual dysfunction books out loud at Barnes & Noble just to fuck with people. Like, there was a whole fetish about where you stick your dick in a bird's mouth and then break its neck or something. And I'm like, this has happened so often that they had to make a thing for it. What the fuck is wrong with people?
Before we go into fetishes and stuff, just want to for the people who don't know, Aleister Crowley is a weird fucking man. He was a ceremonial magician who thought to brought about the end of the world. He wrote several fucking books. Jay-Z rips off a lot of his writing and puts them into his lyrics. Ozzy Osbourne even made a song about it. Mr. Crowley.
I've seen Ozzy way too many times in concert.
Today is his birthday.
Yeah, he's 70 today. Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne made it to 70 years old, you guys.
If that ain't of the devil, and I don't know what is. Because Ozzy fucking has to read a teleprompter at the damn concerts. Right. It's so funny. I recommend going to see him.
Ozzy is 70 years old, and Prince didn't make it to 40. 60.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I know, it's crazy, because I was like, I thought Prince would live forever, but that's why opiates are so bad, guys.
Yeah, it's like, make sure you got the right people around you and stuff, because when you think that you're getting regular Tylenol and it turns out to be fentanyl, you're going to be found dead in your elevator at home. And I still think all my podcast listeners know that I still believe fully in my heart that Prince was murdered. And that was not an accident at all. Because as soon as he got all that money back for all the shit that he owned, now he's found dead in his house. Fuck that.
There's some fishy. Because, with Bowie, he had cancer and it sucks. But it's one of those things that he shouldn't have died early either. That man was awesome. Because it was him and Alan Rickman and Prince all pretty close. Because I remember when Prince died, it was like the day after 420, wasn't it? Because,
it was April 21st.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I remember because it was the 1/4/20. I was in Vegas working the NAB show, and the other girl, my friend L2, was like so distraught over Prince because I was just hiding in the vape and in the break room vaping because I'm like, and then she's like, Prince died. I know, honey. Here
I was on my way to a job. I was shooting that day, and. Normal day for me. It was in the morning time. I'm getting down to the shoot, and people are like sending me links, and like people I've never contacted in a while are contacting me. You okay? I spent an obscene amount of time trying to prove that the internet was wrong about Prince dying because no one was sending me credible links. I'm like, all right, no, fuck that. Let me go ahead and... It's
like when Dimebag died and I was in high school. My friend Randall, he was pretty chill. Like, he had Asperger's, but we were bros that dude. Because we were like some of the only big Pantera fans. And like, they're practically my family in a way.
Yeah.
And it's like... And I was like, dude, no, you're lying. And he's like, no, it's true. And we're just like...
I'm like, when people are like, Prince found dead in his house, I'm like, all right, no, that's bullshit. Fuck that shit. Prince is healthy as hell.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, oh, shit. Then when CNN started hitting me with shit, and then every other news outlet, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. So... It was a sad fucking day. It was a fucking Thursday. I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was me, because I was like, I remember it was the day after 420, and I
went through a breakup not only the week before. I'm like, God damn, I'm going through a breakup, now Prince died? This is the worst fucking spring ever. This is bullshit. Like, so that all went down, and Ozzy Osbourne 70. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I love Ozzy Osbourne. I hope he doesn't make any more new music, but... Just stick to the hits at this point.
Yeah, like, I will say the last Black Sabbath album was still pretty good, but a lot of that's because most of it is Tony Iommi.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but yeah, like, oh, man. Like,